You're listening to Fresh Air Community Radio, KFAI 90.3 FM Minneapolis and 106.7 FM in St. Paul. It's radio without boundaries, bodies without organs, and me without my better common sense. Yes, it's Dark on Radio with your host, me, Abby. Hey. And we're doing our thing. I'm going to let the bed music run until I can figure out what I'm doing here. Ha. You know, you need that little awkward place where the DJs actually are playing their music and there isn't a music director choosing what they're going to play, and you hear multiple languages and you hear awkwardness on air, which I adore. Yes, thanks OD kids for being so sweet in the middle of the... I remember Grease so amazing, and then I had an asthma attack in the middle of class. That's class number one. Anyway, that was B.B. Brown. Yeah, sort of punk rock. Oh yeah, she is punk rock. If you can. But there's something wonderful and antiquated and yet historical and amazing and persevering about, like, the fact that our voices are actually going out into space. I think that's kind of amazing. I mean, I really hate for Clear Channel to be our only, representation to the aliens, or whatever's out there, or, the sound waves or the wrathful Yahweh, whatever it goes to. I'd really hope that something other than Clear Channel represents, humanity. Mm. Ted Kennedy, there's some amazing quote about how it's absolutely fundamental that government gets the constant critique from its people to keep it fresh, relevant, and healthy. So I feel like independent radio is so much of that. It's really on par with it, and it's always been hard. But we've always done it really, it really is the community that funds this thing. There's no exaggeration. It's not like we get a lot of state funding. I think state funding actually in the end is only... Don't quote me exactly on this. It's like 10, 15%. Not really. It really is the listeners that make this happen, and our budget is super tiny. So the volunteers that are here, the dollars that come in, it really has like a direct relationship, which I think, isn't expressed well enough for people to realize that their dollars really, really more than matter. Like, I know the bigger ones say, oh, your dollars matter, but for us it really, really matters. Like, it's a pulse in each heartbeat. It really is the huge thing. First time I actually realized that, like, music came out of like this little box and stuff. My parents had vinyl, and but it was always kind of controlled by them. And I remember they turned on the radio once, and like they actually turned it from like a news station to like a rock and roll station, and I just lost it, like absolutely lost it. Like I was like, there's all this amazing stuff out there, and I didn't know about it, and it just comes out of here for free. Like the idea that it was for free, and I could have whatever I wanted, and I could just listen to new stuff. It kind of seemed like the greatest gift on earth, and I think I never really let go of that. Like, I didn't have to buy all these records. They just kind of came at me. And not even knowing what good records were yet, but still just knowing that it was music that I didn't have at home was thrilling. And then there's these people that were playing it. In my mind, they were sitting there and actually playing the music for people and choosing what went back to back. And I remember really caring about what went back to back. As a 6-year-old, it was really intense. I didn't want to hear any love songs. I got into, just real rock and roll as opposed to anything that was on the mainstream radio. I wanted to hear songs about being angry, not songs about being in love. And independent radio gave me that, and then it was sort of never a choice. I used to make mixtapes, and I'd copy things off the radio and then reorganize them in the way that I wanted them to be heard. I don't know, I really believed it was a really cool thing until I actually got into radio and found out how many people were not impressed by. I'm like, I'm in radio, expecting a parade to burst loose, and instead there's that awkward look, like, you smell, and sort of walking away like, really? Control like me tonight. I cannot focus at all, but it's been a long day. This is literally almost coming up 12. So it's a 20-hour day so far, and then I've got to prep for class. So it might be an end-to-end, never-ending day. So if I sound a little more stupid than normal people, it's that. We're just not polished people. People who really, really love music, there's nothing slick about them at all. That's how human beings are. They get excited about a record and they can't breathe, and they gotta show you all the inserts and pull all the stuff out, and they're dorks about it, and they feel that it sounds totally amazing to put Slayer back to back with Tom Waits, because that's how we actually listen to music. I know. You can't fake it. You can't kind of fake this kind of genius. Oh no, quality, captain of all. So it's nice to have this sort of imaginary relationship. I think about the people that are at work that definitely need that break, or a young kid listening for the first time just trying to escape out of something. It's sort of a nice little escape. Or the element of everyone's trying to find their soundtrack. I think that the DJ is always permanently trying to find the soundtrack that would be on the background, like when they're walking around or something. And I don't know, when you've had a crap day and like somebody plays the song that you wanted to hear so bad or having a great day, it makes it that much better. It's like you reach across the universe and somebody else was having a solidary moment with you. And that's why songs that you hear on the radio that you like are so much better when you hear them on the radio as opposed to when you have them on your tape deck and you can play them anytime. Totally different when it comes on by magic, by control of somebody else. It makes you feel connected.